Hey, good morning. It's Chris with Creative Photo. Today we're going on a drive to Pembroke, Virginia. They have a hike there that's going to take us to two waterfalls. It's Cascade Falls and Upper Cascade Falls. It's about a 2-mile hike in, 2-mile hike out. Easy hikes in the shade. It's going to be in the 70s today, so it's going to be great weather. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to show you how we're going to shoot the waterfalls with an interchangeable lens camera, you know, like your Sonys, Nikons, and Canons. And then we're going to go ahead and shoot it with an iPhone 12 Pro Max and see what kind of results we get. As a bonus, we're going to take up a drone. I've got a DJI Mavic Pro, and we'll go ahead and shoot those two with a waterfall and see what kind of results we get with that too. So hang on for the ride. It's about 3 hours from the Richmond area, and enjoy. Hey, we're just about halfway there now. A couple things I wanted to mention along this route here we're taking is you have Appomattox Courthouse. And of course, that's where Lee surrendered to Ulysses S. Grant back in the Civil War. That's run by the National Park Service, so I would highly recommend, if you have some time, stopping by and checking that out. Second thing is in Bedford, Virginia. That's the World War II memorial that was privately funded. Very beautiful area. So if you're coming through this area, check them out. All right, so I've made it here to Cascade Falls. I'm at the parking lot area here. There's a $3 fee. It's kind of like an honor system. They do have envelopes. Pop it in the little block that's behind us over here. But just keep that in mind. It's exact change. There's no person here to take the money, so just bring some ones with you. All right, so I made it to the parking lot of Cascade Falls. Got my gear all ready. So let's go ahead and start to the walk of the trail here. You can hear the falls to the right of there. Or not the falls, the water from the falls coming down, which heads down to the New River down in Pembroke. Fun fact, the New River is actually one of the 5 oldest rivers in the world. If you want to find out, you can Wikipedia it and give you some information about how they think the New River became the name of it. Yeah, anyway, so let's walk up to the trail. I think there's some bathrooms up here before you start the trail. So it's a 3.8 mile in and out trip. So it's relatively low elevation gain. So it's a nice, easy hike in the shade because you're walking through the forest along the way here. So yeah, so to the left over here are the restrooms, and then the beginning of the trail to the right. And if you do take food with you or drinks, please recycle it. You have that on the right side here. Yep, so let's go ahead and get started. Also nice, you can see, bring your dogs if you want. As long as they're on a leash, it's great. And it's a cool 73 degrees here today. So it's perfect for hiking conditions. Smell the nature around us, it's just great. Not too crowded, we're on a weekday, but expect it to be packed on a weekend. If you come on the weekend, it will be packed. Get here early. The parking lot usually fills up, you know, by 10 or 11 o'clock. So I got here at 11 o'clock today. Weekday, not much traffic at all, so should be good for photo ops as well. Hopefully not a lot of people will be in the way. Those that are, I should be able to remove them in post.
fairly easily. All right, just came across this sign here, flash flood warnings and swimming warnings if you swim inside the Cascades. Can be dangerous to undertow currents. So do take your own risk if you do get in the water. I won't be doing that today. I might get my feet wet, but that's about it. Today we're just gonna focus on photographing the falls. Okay, so we are getting set up here with the a Sony interchangeable lens camera. You know, full frame, really good camera, 46 megapixels, and we're gonna go ahead and shoot the water here. So what we do is we set the camera to manual and to control the aperture and the shutter. So I brought the aperture up to f14 and then got the exposure for 1 second. So if we shoot this photo, look at that nice silky smooth water. I also set it up for a 2-second timer, so after I hit the shutter, it gives a 2-second countdown so we get no shake in the tripod. So let's go ahead and take that shot here. Here we go. Let's go ahead and review that. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Nice, smooth, buttery water. We're going to do the same thing. I'll show you how to do it with the iPhone as well. Okay, we got the iPhone set up with the PolarPro case. What's great about this case, it allows you to add filters and additional lenses to it. So right now I have a neutral density filter on there, which I didn't mention in the previous recording with the camera. I had a neutral density filter on it, which allows me to let less light into the camera to allow for that longer exposure without overexposing the long capture. So anyway, so we have that on here, neutral density filter right here, and I can control different stops with it there. But you actually, for this tutorial, you don't even need that. You can do a long exposure in the camera, even handheld, using the Apple iPhone camera app. So I'm going to show you that real quick. So one thing you got to do, you have live view turned on. So live view is turned on up there. We're going to go ahead and do a wide shot here, ultra wide shot here. All right, and tap the shutter. It's taking a 1.5 second before and after I hit the shutter. And now what we're going to do, we'll go ahead and review the picture. All right, and so we'll tap on it and it will play back the video. They got a nice feature now that allows you to do a long exposure shot on this. So we swipe up on the image and we can go over to long exposure right there. And there we go, we get that nice silky smooth water. So that's a great way to do it with just the iPhone camera app. Real simple. All right, if you're a Lightroom user, you can also use a Lightroom app to do a long exposure. So we got that open here, and you will need the neutral density filter for this. So let's go ahead and let's adjust the ISO. Right now it's way too high. You're gonna get a really noisy photo in that. So let's go ahead and tap on that. Let's bring that down. Let's see, obviously it's gonna get darker here, but we're gonna do a longer exposure here. All right, now I'll just adjust this. This is the shutter speed. We're gonna do it, and see if we can't get to 1 second. Here we go, 1 second there. Okay, right now it's still a little too bright, so let's go ahead and do a few more adjustments, see what we can do. Oh good, some clouds came over, which is nice. You can see live what it's gonna do, how it's overexposing. Let's adjust this neutral density filter here. All right. So this is gonna be too bright, so we're gonna actually bring the shutter speed a little bit quicker, and we should still get some good effects here. Let's go ahead and bring it down. Let's do 1/4 of a second. All right, so let's go ahead and take that shot. All right, look at that. Let's see what that looks. There we go. So you can do that with Lightroom as well. Again, depending on how much light you have in here. Unfortunately, the cloud moved over just in time. But 1/4 second is long enough as well. I like a second, it makes it a little bit better looking. But it's nice that you can live and see what it's kind of gonna look like before you actually shoot it. So that's Lightroom. Okay, we're coming up to the bridge right now. Bridge should be a good spot to take some photos of some more cascades coming down. So we'll get those set up. We're not gonna go as much as in depth on this. Same thing. Just gonna take a few shots and then head up to the Cascades. All right, so we're up on top of the bridge here. So I'm not gonna set up the tripod for this, so we're gonna just use the iPhone app and take a quick shot here. And it's in live. So we'll just snap that shot here. see. There we go. And captured. And when we get back, we'll go ahead and change the long exposure settings later. Let's go ahead and while we're here, do the back though. Sometimes it's nice to get the other side as well. We'll snap that. There we go. All right, we're just about almost halfway up to the Cascade Falls. Saw these nice cascades here, so I'm gonna go take a shot. Again with the iPhone, don't have to set the tripod up or anything. Go ahead and snap that photo there. There we go, nice live photo there. I'm gonna do a zoom in on this one. That there. And we're off, back up the trail here. Another good area right here is the water flowing really heavy. That would be another good shot. This is the real advantage of the iPhone. If you want to take these nature shots, and that's a good one down there. Look at the 3 pools coming together there. That's just gorgeous. You just couldn't do this before with the, you know, with the big camera, setting it up, putting it on a tripod. A lot more work, but there definitely is still advantages of it. So you get a true long exposure. The one on the iPhone is just taking a bunch of shots and stacking them together. Still looks really good, but the you'll see probably in post that the bigger camera is going to be a better picture overall. But for your Instagram photos and Facebook pages, the iPhone's going to be it. Plus you take it right from the phone and upload it without having to do anything on the computer. So real bonus of the iPhone. All right, so we want to take a rest. If you want to take a rest, hit the bench. There's a lot of these benches around, so if you get tired hiking, you can go on up and take a rest. It's really nice. I also wanted to come down here maybe and see if there's any shot available down here. Yeah, you could if you wanted to get down there. Let's see. Yeah, let's go on down. Let's see. Now, right now the water is not particularly high. Sometimes the water is way up into here and it splits off down below, and you get some really great rapids. So right now it's relatively calm. You couldn't do this normally, otherwise it's be underwater here. But I thought this would be a nice shot here. This nice shot. And let's go wide again. Do wide. All right. And we'll do one. I gotta get down the water too and get that. All right, these should be really turning out great when we go ahead and make those long exposures. All right, let's head back up. All right, not too far from where just a moment ago. We're not at the type quite yet, but look at this. The water just gushing out and splashing. This could be another great shot. So let's just step down here a little bit. It's always best to kind of get down to water level. Gives you the best picture, I think. Just take it easy. Let me just hold the camera there. All right. Let's get down here by the rocks and get this picture. It's nice to be able to get down here and there we go, taking that shot. Let's do close up of that too. All right, and then we'll do a wide if we can. I'm gonna lower that down in there. Sorry, I'm doing this. Let's see. There we go, got it. All right. And we're back up. There's just so much to see here. You know, you could spend hours just shooting this in different locations. It's so gorgeous. So many different angles, so many different views. You know, another view right here we can look at from the other side. It's just nature, you know, just the best artist out there. Snap that wide angle. Let's do a zoom on that. And do one. Awesome. A little bit more elevation change up here. All right, crossing another bridge here, going over the falls again. We did this a couple different times, depending on what trail you did. So I think I took the wrong trail. I took the left trail. I should have crossed the bridge and took the right trail. So I wound up coming down, cutting across the woods to get back up here. Look at that, that's just gorgeous right there. I'm going to get a little bit closer so we can get that shot. Oh yeah, here we go. We can get right up to it and get that shot here. Get right up on it. I tell you, this never gets old. I mean, these cascades are just wonderful. All right, we're about 1.3 miles, so we got about 4/10 of a mile to go, and we should be at the main cascades. I got a little obstacle course here. Put the camera down here. Ahead. Look at that. enhance it with this. Great views there. This would be another good shot as well. Lots of falls coming down. Get down low. Get this shot here. Let's do it wide. Gotta get up there and keep going. Let's look at the Apple Watch, see how much we got left here. I think I'm done working out. Now we'll continue working out here. All right, so they're on 1.44 miles. So I gotta stop taking pictures. Let's get to the falls. It's hard to do. It's really hard to do. It's so beautiful. Yeah, so look at this up here. You got some falls coming off the top there. Falling down there. It's really nice. Really, really pretty. And then coming down into there. I'll take some shots of this. Some nice portrait shots would be good to really get all this in. All right. All right, gotta be getting close. I got 1.94 miles on my watch, so that should be definitely the halfway point there. Ah, yes, we are here, and I don't see anyone. This will make for fantastic photos. Let's see if we can't get up there and get that photograph before. I think we'll get there. This is really nice. We're really lucky today. Normally there'd be lots of people in the water. So come on a weekday. Preferably in the morning. This is really great. Look at the butterflies. Woo. I see some people over here, but not in the water, I don't think. They won't be in the photo. In fact, I think they're taking the photos. Yes, they are. Here we are. How you doing? Good. It's perfect. Oh, we got more of a crowd here now, but I got the shotgun set up and composed. So we'll go ahead and see if we can't take this shot. See if you can't see it, we'll do it in post. There we go. I'm gonna look through the viewfinder here. Yeah. Great. So now we'll go ahead and set it up and do it on the phone. All right, got live photos set. Go ahead and shoot that photo. All right, let's go back over here and edit. Edit there, swipe up. Actually, the cancel, don't edit. Swipe up. Come over here to long exposure. Ah, magic. Now let's go ahead, let's do it in Lightroom. Go back to photos, go to Lightroom, and let's go to camera. Close that right there, and make sure this is turned all the way up. Good. We need to change the shutter. Now it's just too bright. There we go. Let's see what we get away with. Well, still a little bit better. Yeah, it's brighter. Try that. Let's see how that came out. No, not as nice. Let's see if we can't do it a little bit longer. Yeah, it's getting too bright there. I stay with that. Yeah, not as nice as the light photos. The plus with the full frame camera, interchangeable lens cameras, is that you can control the aperture. You can't control the aperture to reduce the light on a mobile phone, at least not yet. So you can't control the light as much as you can on your full frame camera, but in a pinch, live photos does the job. All right, we got out of here just in time. Crowd's starting to pick up. People are getting in the water. It's not too bad, not in front of the falls, but definitely makes it easier to shoot your photos without anyone in there. Ooh, all right, made it. Let's take a look at this again, because we went to 2 different trails. So yes, so originally we went up this way, and then I crossed over this way, but I could have kept going and kept going down. There's lots of different ways you can take. This is probably more scenic. It's closer to the water most of the time. So I'd recommend this trail.